guys, welcome to Bedtime Stories with Brad and Braden. This week's edition is a crossfire interview from Wrestling 88. It is an interview that Bill Apter and Eddie Ellner did with the Hands of Stone, Ronnie Garvin. I will be Ronnie Garvin as Braden does Bill Apter and Eddie Ellner. Almost everyone in sports of wrestling has deep respect for senior editor Bill Apter. Associate editor Eddie Ellner is an exception. He doesn't care for Apter on his views on professional wrestling. Each issue, these two editors will grill a wrestler about hot issues in his career, catching the grappler in the crossfire. The unedited transcript follows.
Today we welcome to Crossfire former NWA World Champion Ronnie Garvin. Ronnie, your career has undergone some profound changes in the past year. I have some questions for you.
That's why I'm here, Dollar Bill.
Why do you call him Dollar Bill?
During an NWA convention in St. Martin, Bill and I and some other wrestlers hit a few bars and restaurants. Every time the check would come, Bill would flash the same dollar and tell everyone his wallet was in his room. Never did remember to pack his wallet, did you, Bill? Eddie Ellner says.
You must understand Bill's wife gets upset if he orders extra tomato on his sandwich.
Bill replies.
Ellner, if you had any money, maybe you have a right to criticize. Since every bill collector in New York City has a bounty on your head, I suggest you be quiet.
Eddie Ellner responds.
Money? It's a gas. Ronnie Garvin, how much money did Gary Hart and J.J. Dillon pay you to attack Dusty Rhodes?
An undisclosed amount.
Undisclosed usually means six figures.
I won't argue with that, the actor says.
I never thought I'd live to see the day money became Ronnie Garvin's master. I thought you had more integrity than that.
You know, it's damn painful to keep doing something you hate. I never liked taking orders, especially from fat over-the-hill cows. Eddie Ellner.
I can name the bovine in 2 notes. Dusty Rhodes, right.
You got it. I'm sick of listening to his garbage. Dusty's been jealous of me ever since I won the NWA title. He wanted to be the head man in NWA. But with the 4 horsemen, myself, Lex Luger, and Sting around, he's losing his power base. I got tired of listening to him. If you don't follow your heart, you're nothing, Eddie says.
I know what you're talking about. I had to write a pro Hulk Hogan puff piece for this issue. I was vomiting between paragraphs.
Apter replies.
I thought it was the best stuff I've ever seen you do.
Then Eddie.
What, the story?
Bill.
No, the pucking.
Puking.
The puking.
Let me tell you something about Dusty Rhodes. Eddie.
I think I'm going to be sick again.
It's a damn 3-ring circus in here. Can't anyone complete a lousy thought? Bill says.
Your head is filled with plenty of lousy, polluted thoughts lately. How can you turn your back on your friends and fans? How can you peddle your professional soul for a few lousy dollars?
Few lousy dollars.
Do you think we can conduct the rest of this interview without the usual drivel about this man's loyalty to the fans? A man has a responsibility to himself. In this business, it's hard enough to take care of your own backside, much less worry about how the fans will react to you.
Give me a chance, and I'll explain. Although I certainly don't have to defend my actions to anyone, especially to the press and the fans. Bill says.
You say Hart and Dillon cut you a 6-figure deal. I know that doesn't mean you got $1,027. We're talking about a lot of money.
Listen, if you have a preconceived notion as to why I attacked Dusty Rhodes, what purpose is it for me to be here? If you're not going to listen to me, I'm going to have to leave. I'm telling you money wasn't the sole reason I smashed Rose over the head. I got tired of hearing Rose yapping away. I got tired of big ego and big belly, and I felt I owed Barry Windham more than I owed anyone else. I elected to interfere. I didn't sell out. Nobody owns Ron Garvin, Bill says.
That's not what you seemed to indicate right after that attack.
Eddie says.
Shut up, Bill. Ronnie, what precisely is the nature of your agreement with Dillon and Hart?
I have a flexible personal services contract with them. I can get out of it anytime I want. The money is damn good. I'm not going to lie and tell everyone the money doesn't matter. But everyone is hollering like I shot the president or something. So I punched out Dusty Rhodes. So what? I was well paid for it by J.J. Dillon and Gary Hart. My hands of stone have given me a fistful of cash, and that's the way I like it, Bill says.
How does it feel to work for the same people that only a few scant months ago you were calling cockroaches?
It's a dirty business sometimes, Dollar Bill. Do I have to tell you about mistaken loyalties, broken trust, and backstabbing friends? I'm no fool. I know Hart and Dillon are lowlives. At least they're upfront about it. They're known quantities. Rhodes has this holier than you thou I'm image he tries to protect when he's a skunk as anyone else. That makes his stink the worst, Bill says.
Has your brother spoken to you lately? What is his opinion of your latest actions?
Jimmy laughs at me. I'm only doing what he's told me to do all along. I'm just a working stiff trying to do his job. Bill?
I thought your job was trying to regain the NWA title. Don't you think your affiliation with Hart and Dillon will hurt your chances of title shots against Flair?
Why should they? I'm an independent wrestler. I'm not part of the Four Horsemen, Eddie says.
But your fee is probably paid from the Four Horsemen's petty cash fund. I think it's native of you think Ric Flair will wrestle you now. I don't think even you believe it. What I want to know is how a man of your character can hang around and defend a low-lying piece of useless garbage like Barry Windham. Doesn't it assault your professional sensibilities to mingle with the pandering twit?
When Barry and I held the U.S. Tag Team belts, he saved my butt more times than I could count. Just because the guy is trying to expand his career and make a name for himself, the media is giving him flack. Meanwhile, he's the U.S. champion, and no one has come close to beating him. He's my friend, and if there's anything I can do to help advance his career, I'll be happy to do it, Bill says.
As long as you're well paid for it.
I told you I wasn't in it for the money, Eddie says.
The last time I agreed with Bill was when he said, I think I'm getting bald and fat. Until now, that is you're too good a wrestler and too proud a man to associate with creeps and twits if the money isn't right. There's nothing wrong with making a buck. It's why we all do what we do. You shouldn't be too proud to admit it.
Believe what you will. Ronnie Garvin does what Ronnie Garvin wants to do. Money is good, but it's not the only thing. Remember that, boys. Again, guys, that is the Wrestling 88 magazine from winter 1988. It was a crossfire interview with the Hands of Stone Ronnie Garvin. You can find that at onewrestlingvideo.com and check us out on YouTube at Brad's Collection and Braden's Toy Show. And on Twitter at Oorah820 and at Braden Rochester. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next week.
Bye.